Hi friends, this is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Yes, I do have a life outside my kitchen, but that's where I'm happiest, so well, pretty happy. But someone had asked me if I do crafts. A little bit, yeah. I'm going to show some video, some pictures of some of the different crafts that I've done. It was my love even long before baking. So anytime I get to express myself, I'm all for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a cake plate because we're going to keep in the theme, right? I was given one of the biggest cans of tuna I had ever seen in my life. And I was thinking that can has to be used for something. So let's play with it. So isn't that pretty? Can you see that color? Ooh, 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 ooh. I am digging that shine. Now the reason I already did that is because it took 4 coats of glitter glue. So it's clear with the glitter in it. And man, that's just dynamite, right? Right? So I painted it. This top coat is still a little wet. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a beautiful mirror right on top. Okay? And, oh, look at, there I am again. Because you don't get enough of me. So here's what I'm gonna do. I had picked up some beautiful beads, and I don't think you're gonna really see the beauty of these things. They've got a really great iridescent shimmer to them. And I don't make jewelry because I know my addictions, and that would just send me through the roof. So I'll stay away. I'm gonna stay away from that. And I have people who I have a girlfriend who does the most amazing work with jewelry. She takes these strands that I would get at the store and does stuff to them that just blows my mind. Gorgeous work, a true token. Look for her website when she's up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just adhere these around this wet paint. Now, I don't like crafting with a hot glue gun because I don't think that that's a secure, it's not secure enough for me. Because if you notice anything, most things, I'm not going to say anything, but most things, and people love crafting with glue guns. That's fantastic. I just prefer to use a cement bond kind of thing because I want it to last. And with this, it's got just a little bit of a lip. See, now that it's a little tricky. It's got a little bit of a lip like all cans do. I don't want to put any weight on here because it could crack the mirror. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to level it up. And all I did was got a cardboard strip, cut it just inside. Okay, now it's level and it'll carry whatever weight I want to hold it. Because I don't know what I'm going to put on it. I could put just cream puffs, or I could put a good heavy cake. And I don't want to have to wonder. So I'm going to make it as sturdy and secure as I can for the heaviest item. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a band right around the edge. I don't need it in the middle, but I want the edge to stick. I'm telling you what, you probably want to do this in a more insulated area because this will make a girl happy in a while. But here I am indoors. All right, so that's good. That's going to secure. It's going to take a while to dry, so it's not something that you're going to use tonight. I have marked the inside of my mirror so that it's going to match perfectly. So I'm going to put it right inside. I don't want it to go on the outside of that black line. And it doesn't have to be perfect because no one is going to see it. So, but I do want, wow, man, that, whew. Who needs a margarita when you got this stuff? All right, I'm going to put it on upside down so that I can match the lines. Still keeping in mind that this is wet. All right, now ordinarily I would let this sit overnight, but I don't think you want to sit overnight. So let's just go on to the next step. I've got these pretty babies that I'm gonna just glue to, let's see if I can be this graceful from far away. Oh, well, hello. Isn't that a much better view for you? All right, so I'm going to go in about halfway through. And I'm gonna just run a line. For whatever reason, this is moving along really easy for me. It's almost like it's on a turntable. And I'm gonna adhere this. I'll catch you around. Let's see. Can you see what I'm gonna do? All right. So I'm gonna adhere this. And Maria, you ding dong, this is why you've got the ice cream sticks. All right. I just want them to fall down real gracefully along the edge. And this is another reason why I like using the epoxy, because it will stick like this for, well, for as long as I want it to. All right, so that's, I got a few. So let me go ahead and just finish this circle. It's messy work, so you really do want to either use gloves or, like I have here, ice cream sticks, just because that's not something you really want to have on your hands. But it'll last a while. All right. It's nice and flat so that when my dog is happy because her people are home. All right, looks wonky now. I'm not going to worry about wonky now. All right. You do want to do this in an open-aired room where there's a lot of ventilation. Now, when this is dry, I will probably get a pretty satin ribbon and cover this part of it. And 3 turned out to be perfect. All right. That's good. Okay, it looks odd right now, and that's all right. While it's upside down, and because I'm needing it to cure, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh man, I got this on my hand. It's dried pretty good. This is just parchment paper, so I'm going to put a little bit on here and use this as my glue. Well, obviously, right? Not in any particular order, but it's not going to want to stay put. So work with this a little bit and don't use a whole lot. So I'm gonna stop here and add a little bit more and see if it's going to be ready to let me show it off. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I stopped the camera because this is not nearly as fast as a glue gun. So a glue gun, it's gonna set and dry real quick. This takes a little longer, but it's not a bad thing because you can maneuver your pieces up and down and let them sit until they dry. don't move it too much, and this is going to last quite a while. And then by adhering that cardboard in between, it's going to give me a real good, sturdy, weight-bearing cake stand. So, and this is only, I think, an 8-inch mirror, but it can hold up to like a 12-inch cake, depending on how heavy the cake is. So let me see if this is gonna play right, and make sure all these little gems hang nicely. And I think we've got gold. That shimmer is just so pretty in those gems. You see that? I would display this proudly, and you could use a styrofoam cake. They have them at the craft stores. They've got a styrofoam dummy cake, and it's a 4-inch by 8-inch or 10-inch, whatever you choose to do. You can paint it that way. If you do spray paint or an epoxy paint, it's going to corrode and eat up the styrofoam. But a glitter glue, that won't hurt it, but it will take several coats. So keep that in mind. You could do a square one, or you could use coffee cans. I like my coffee. That's my way I start my day, with a cup of coffee. And my cans are smaller than usual. So you could put 3 of those together, adhere them together with this epoxy. It's gonna stay pretty doggone good. Yeah. So you can wrap them in fabric, wrap them in burlap. You could. There are so many ways to make your cake stands, and use them for your dessert tables. Use them for your snacks, or just any kind of way to. You can use them in your bathroom for makeup or whatever. So 101 ways to do different things, and 101 uses for each one of them. So there you go. That's your pretty little elegant cake stand. Look, I'm going to show you after this some of the other crafts that I've done throughout the house, and I have a lot of fun doing that. All right, my friends, until next time, this is the Bijou Baker. Bye. Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.